All right, it's your boy Puffinstein, aka Spankdog, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Sometimes I get it backwards, the Puffinstein and the Spankdog. I said it. I usually say it the other way. I mean, it's really irrelevant. The topic is so important. I want to dive right into it. The reason I use the words racist and evil, in my opinion, this is really what I feel. I feel like he joined the force in hopes that somebody would make a mistake one day and he would get to catch a body. You know what I'm saying? And or definitely he to me honestly, I don't think he even mind. A matter of fact, let me let me see something real quick because I'm gonna have to be careful how I talk. I didn't the settings. I think you can change it anyway when you're done. So, but anyway, I'm still gonna be careful how I speak. Um, Evil in the sense like, how do you take a life that quickly? That lady couldn't have launched that water on you from that distance and did you the type of harm that would have even scarred you, let alone hurt you to the point that you would have died. Like, what do you like? Yeah, that you join the force and you're scared of a 55-year-old skinny lady chucking a big giant pot of hot water across a room. When the water trickles towards his feet, it's like a statement, like saying, "This is what you were scared of." As the water slowly trickles towards his feet, as he takes her life. Once she's probably gone already, the water just starts going slowly towards his feet. Like that was her weapon. The stuff you and let me tell you something. Even though it was hot or whatever, I'm telling you, I'm older now, and when I used to bench press, it would still be when I was young and bench pressed, it would have still been hard for me to launch that water. At this point in time, being a man, I'm pretty solid. Even though I've gotten older, I still couldn't have launched that pot like that. Then this is what's crazy, right? Like we haven't really gotten into the thick of it yet. I'm watching TV. So they post on Twitter, right? The guy's name on Twitter, big shout out to the civil rights lawyer on Twitter. It says, Sonya ducks down. At this moment, you hear the other deputy draw his pistol and also yells at Sonya to drop the pot. Mind you, she has no pot in her hand. How do you drop something you're not holding? Yo, what's up, Matt Ritchie? How you doing, baby? Good morning to you too, man. I'm up early today. No late show today. Today we got it right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like this. I don't know. I Other people's opinions they matter, but for anybody that comes in the room, you know you have your own opinion. You know what I'm saying? So whether you agree with me or not, I had God bless, man. Happy birthday, Matt Rich. Happy belated. What I was gonna say, how old, if you don't mind me asking, and it's okay if you put no response necessary. You know what I'm saying? No response necessary. So, but he tells her instantly when she picks up the when she touches the pot, he's already on some like ready to kill stuff. You get what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh, you're 2 years behind me. You're 2 years younger. That's a blessing, man. That fountain of youth, I'm still looking for it. You know what I'm saying? If you find it, let me know. What I was gonna say, but like how he was in the house for a matter of about maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, if that, before he starts to tell her stuff like, I'll shoot you dead. I'll put one in your head or whatever he says. I'm not saying the exact words. I don't got it playing for me. I'm going to bring up the clip in a moment. We're going to go to the Young Turks because they ride for democracy. So I mess with the Young Turks, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, people are people. I don't know the backstory of, like, let's say I say, like, I mess with the Young Turks. That don't mean that I know every one of them and I know if they're good or bad. No, their point, their topic, their what they stand on democracy. I believe in democracy also, even though capitalism has had a way of distorting democracy. You know what I'm saying? With capitalism, you give some bozo $1 billion just because he came up with a stupid idea, and now this idiot is the most powerful man in the world just because he came up with an idea, and he capitalized on seeing the opportunity, and now he's a billionaire, and he could be the worst person on the planet, yet he's one of the most powerful people on the planet at the same time. So at the end of it all, too, leave comments about how you feel. I'm trying not to, like, because if I heard somebody say right now that the cop was in the right, it would bother me. I mean, to a certain degree, like, I'm not gonna fly off the handle, of course. But I don't even think I put much thought to it. Like, I'm not trying to entertain any trolls, and this is about this lady's life and how the cops are, the badge and the gun. It pollutes their mind. The power. It's like Lord of the Rings. You seen what happened to the Hobbit? Because remember, Gollum's a Hobbit. You don't even realize that. Everybody looks at Gollum and they don't even remember he used to be a real Hobbit. It's not hobbits in real life, of course, but I'm just saying, like, he's normal. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I mean, you could pull it up easy. If you type in Sonya Massey, it'll pop up instantly. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're just talking about Lord of the Rings. But in Lord of the Rings, Gollum, they fight over the ring. He jumps in the ring. I mean, he jumps in the water, the river, to save the other one. I believe is him. I forgot why he ends up in the water, but he finds the ring at the bottom of the lake. He comes up with the ring, and he goes, "It's my birthday. Why don't you give it to me?" And he's like, "No, I found it. It's mine." And they start to fight over it. Right off the back, they show you how the ring is powerful, that it turns them greedy instantly to the point where they start fighting to the death. And the one whose birthday it was, I believe, he kills, that's Smeagol. That's the one that turns into Gollum, and he's the one that says "my precious." Well, to police, the gun and the badge, that's their precious. They get the gun and the badge, and they're like, "My precious. This is qualified immunity, and this is my weapon. I have something that nobody else usually has, and I can win at any time. Plus, I have the power to get away with murder." You don't think that goes to their head? I've seen people be granted very little power and lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? So you think when you give a person a gun and a badge and qualified immunity, that's a term that I just learned recently. I didn't even know that there was something they called qualified immunity that even existed, you know. But these cops are like golems. They lose their mind. They get the gun and the badge, and and I don't want to say all police, but this is my thing. Why aren't you telling the other cops not to be like that? I seen a cop do something corrupt, And then I hear the female officer tell him, don't worry, I ride for the team, like saying, don't worry, I'll do something illegal if I got to hold you down, but this is not like, if you are in the streets and you don't tell on your Cody, that's different than you taking an oath to honor justice and then lie for your partner when he did something wrong. You know, like I said, I wanted to talk for a second too because I like it to be my content. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull up the Young Turks right now. Let me get the Young Turks rocking real quick. Big shout out to the Young Turks. Go check out, the Young Turks at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that with them. They are definitely, I believe, a good thing for this country. They throughout history we've seen tyrants destroy countries and make us end up in war and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the Young Turks, it takes courage to do what they do. I like to shout out Auditing America and all the other guys that do audits, and uphold the Constitution. Let me get to the video real quick. Okay, let me see. I remember the title. Explosive Black Cop Defends Cop Who Killed Sonya Massey. Actually got it right there. All right, we're going to get into this right now. I want to get the right one. There's a couple and they're not the real ones. You know what I'm saying? The one that I'm looking for is 33 minutes long. I don't know why. There it goes. All right. All right. He's, I believe, a part of the Young Turks. And if not, I believe, yeah, he got to be part of the Young Turks. I've seen him before. Yeah, you could see the stamp on television. So let me play this real quick. I'm gonna share it right now.
You can clearly see
All
this
right.
cop committed murder.
All right. So we're about to get into how these people feel about what happened. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into the video because like I said, I like to show you things, but I don't want to borrow too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up, Barbara? How you doing? I just seen that. Spankdog, how you doing this morning? I went to school with a dude that used to. Oh, that's Matt Ritchie. Matt Ritchie goes, I went to school with a dude that used to get beat up in high school. And then he turned into a cop. Oh, surprise. Surprise, surprise. I was just on the People's Podcast with your brother showing us around. Oh, all right. Matt Ritchie, good morning. I just watched that video. All right. She was shouting out my brother, G'd Up Quinn. Go check out my brother's channel, G'd Up Quinn, at YouTube. That's GDUPKWIN at YouTube. He's got his own channel. There you go. She just put the in the comments. You can see his name, the title of the YouTube page, and go subscribe to my brother's channel. He's a good person. So all right, so we about to play it right now. I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty right now. This is disgusting. What we're about to see. I even know around what time it is that it happens.
Drop a pot she's not holding. Ladies and gentlemen, these are facts.
Drop, you see, the minute I played it, drop a pot she's not holding. That's the, see, like because I had an idea where it was at, but I went a little bit too far ahead. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit.
The civil rights lawyer notes 120 and 45. Sonya ducks down. At this moment, you hear the.
This is, look, you guys want to know if the shooting was justified, and if it, I mean, he's evil. He took her life like it was nothing. You know, so I reserve that word. You understand? Like, I don't say evil for people that make mistakes, or I say evil because of how easily it was to exterminate her. Like she didn't matter. He exterminated her. That's why I say evil. This has nothing to do with race. If that was a black man or a Latino, I would be saying the same exact thing. Oh, and if it was a civilian that did it to a cop, I would be saying the same exact thing. Why does it matter if it's the cop said doing it or the civilian? Why does it matter if he's black or white or Latino? Why can't the truth be the truth? He executed her. She had no pot in her hand. And now I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm going to let you guys watch this unadulterated.
The civil rights lawyer notes 120 and 45. Sonya ducks down. At this moment, you hear the other deputy draw his pistol. He also yells at Sonya, drop the pot. So now two cops are screaming at her to drop a pot she's not holding. Ladies and gentlemen.
How do you drop a pot you're not holding? I just want somebody to make sense out of it. Is she a magician? Like, because it's not, it doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense. You understand? It's not logical. Drop a pot you're not holding or I'll end your life. And then he ends it like it's nothing. It's how he does it that makes me put in the description on my page, you know, racist and evil. Yeah, because I definitely think he would take a black person's life way before a white person's or even a Spanish person. I believe that to be honest with you, I'm not talking about people that are really like, you know, like gone with it. But for people that are racist, yeah, I think they would mess with a Latino before a black person because we're lighter skinned. So like but it shouldn't matter, bro. It shouldn't matter. Let's let them, I'm gonna let them talk for a second and then I'm gonna chop it off because this is my content, not the Young Turks content. So as much as I love them and as much as I tell you go subscribe to them, and they're helping keeping democracy alive, trust me. They're like, you see a lot of people uptight and you don't hear people talk down to earth anymore. The Young Turks are some of the few people, one of the few groups left that speak for democracy, like all out. Like they don't bite their tongue, they don't water it down, they give it to you how they feel.
Gentlemen, these are facts. Two cops are screaming at her to drop a pot she is not holding. We have the evidence. Okay? Go to the next one.
Yup. Let me check the comment. Justice for Sonya Massey, Barbara R writes, just like the dirty cops always say, stop resisting. Yeah, the Dr. Rashad Ritchie, big shout out to Dr. Rashad Ritchie. You know, you picked a good place of employment. Thank you, Barbara R and Matt Ritchie, for your comments too.
At 120, 45 seconds. Switching back to Deputy Grayson's body cam at that exact second, you can clearly see.
Because pretty much we don't even have to see no more, in my opinion. The minute that he says drop the pot that she doesn't even have, and then the other cop draws and tells her to drop a pot that she doesn't have, and then they say that she probably grabbed it because she's like, how do I drop something I don't have? And they're like, she might have grabbed it just so she could drop it. because they got the guns on her ready to unload, and she don't even got nothing, you know. And then they execute her. So, but we're gonna let it ride out from here.
Drop a pot she is not holding. We have the evidence. Okay. Go to the next one. At 1:20, 45 seconds. Switching back to Deputy Grayson's body cam at that exact second, you can clearly see conclusively that Sonya did not take the pot with her when she dug down. It's still sitting on the counter. This is a zoomed in screenshot of that same still, showing the pot is not in Sonya's possession. As she is ducking down in fear and confusion, she was undergoing a mental health crisis, thinking a prowler was at the home. 1:20:46. Let's switch back to Grayson's body cam, which has a better view. When the other deputy joins Grayson in aiming their guns at Sonya and shouting at her, drop the pot that she's not holding. Once again, there's the pot is circled for you. Let's speed up 1 second. Now I'm at 1:20:47. Deputy Grayson then begins to advance forward towards Sonya Massey, who has not moved from her position. She is ducking down on her kitchen floor as if she's somehow the perpetrator. Grayson is the one who begins to move. Instead of away from a perceived threat, he moves towards Sonya. Okay? 1:20:47, switching back to Deputy Grayson's body cam. This is what he saw, which appears to be Sonya Massey going from being crouched with no pot to reaching up, grabbing the pot mid-steal on her hands, and then holding the pot over her head. Could it be that she grabbed the pot, held it over her head because they kept telling her to drop the pot, drop the pot, drop the pot that she did not have in her hands? 1:20:48, switching again to the other deputy's body cam now. After Grayson shoots Massey, who did not threaten to throw water on anyone, you see what appears to be steaming water hit the officer's chair at lower left of the kitchen floor. That's when.
All right, now this is when I was talking to you about how the water trickles towards their feet, like saying this is what you were scared of. You see the water, the puddle slowly going towards them. Like you had no, it's literally like symbolic to say you had no justifiable reason to be scared of the water. So I'm gonna go ahead. I didn't see the part where they speak to the officer that defends the officer. So I'm gonna push forward. I know this is probably gonna upset me, but I'm gonna be just quiet. I ain't gonna say there's no open-mindedness about this, but let's get to see, because what you're gonna see is like I you know where I stand. I can't believe that this cop not only stands on what he's standing on, he's also a black man, which shouldn't really matter, but it does.
Panel talking about police conduct. Gentlemen, thank you both for being on the program.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.
All right, just so you guys know the context, one cop believes it's murder and one, well, unalived, you know, and then the other cop believes that it's not, he didn't take her life unjustifiably. He believes that the cop had a reason to take Sonya Massey's life. How he comes to that conclusion is illogical to me.
Here's what I want to do. Officer Tatum, you have taken the position that this police officer is justified.
Okay, so the one in the navy blue shirt is the one that I am going to have a hard time describing and criticizing because YouTube will get mad at me if I become vulgar all of a sudden and start telling you what I think about that guy right there in the navy blue shirt, who seems like he's trying to promote something, by the way. You know, not only does he not respect the lady's life, he's also trying to promote something while they're talking about her death. You know, I'm not sure. I can't read what it says, but why are you even wearing a shirt that says something to this kind of interview?
I would like you to explain.
Hold on. Let me check the comments too. All right, so that's why I came back. I wanted to see if you guys wrote anything before I play it. Barbara R just wrote, I couldn't believe him either. I was so mad at him. He was defending him. Yeah, we gonna see right now. I'm about to be mad at him too. I already know, but I want the people to be able to make their own. I mean, I'll tell you right now. You know how I feel about him. I just told you I couldn't even get vulgar. Like they wouldn't. They could tell me you could get away with dropping an F-bomb, and I still wouldn't be able to do it because I got bigger, worse vulgarity for him than just the F-bomb. So you know how I feel. And Barbara is also mad at him for defending the cop that I believe took that lady's life unjustifiably.
Your position. Then I'm going to go to our other panelists for their opinion. What say you?
All right, so I want to make sure we're clear here. Justification is not is he justified in the death of this young lady. Justification is the justified use of force. So I don't condone any of his actions before the shooting. I don't think that he's a great officer with great reputation, and I'm not supporting him whatsoever. I'm saying that the use of force when she lunged at the police officers with the pot, the use of deadly force was appropriate and justified in that particular instance.
When did she launch the pot? And how are you straddling the fence like that? Like dogs, you talking about you don't condone him, but you're saying you condone the use of force. You contradicting yourself. You straddling the fence. Like, what is it? Like, you don't want other black folks to get mad at you, but you still want to stick up for the officer. It don't work that way. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, first of all, he executed her, period. That's it. You know, but like he's over here saying it warranted force. Not that she should have died from it, but it warranted force though. You know, like maybe choking her till she couldn't breathe no more, maybe he means. You know, or oh yeah, they could have fired, but just don't end her life. Like, I don't even get what this guy's saying. I'm gonna rewind it. Let's hear that again. Let's hear his rationalization.
I'm not supporting him whatsoever. I'm saying that the use of force when she lunged at.
For their opinion. What say you?
All right, so I want to make sure we're clear here. Justification is not is he justified in the death of this young lady. Justification is the justified use of force. So I don't condone any of his actions before the shooting. I don't think that he's a great officer with great reputation, and I'm not supporting him whatsoever. I'm saying that the use of force when she lunged at the police officers with the pot, the use of deadly force was appropriate and justified in that particular instance.
What say that again?
That when she lunged at the police officers with the pot of boiling water, that
I didn't see this part yet. I didn't know he was gonna catch it because he said lunged at him with the water. She never did that. So he's fabricating. How can you even take a man serious? The first thing he did when he got on the interview was fabricate something. He started lying instantly. Look at the interviewer's face. Like I said, there's no sides in this. It's just the truth. This is about honor. What would an honorable man do? Neither he's not honorable, neither is the cop that took her life. Look at, he caught him too. I didn't think he caught it.
Grayson was justified in using deadly force against her.
Okay. So in your, I guess, estimation of what happened, she violently attacked the officer.
No, I didn't say she violently attacked the officer. She picked up the pot and she threw it in the direction of both officers. Bodily injury, which is a part of the statute requirement, they can utilize deadly force to deter that threat. And that's what Grayson did in that instance. And that's why I believe it's justified.
You know, I could go back and forth with you. I'm going to allow the panelists to opine on this because I'm sure he has something to say. Officer, what say you?
Well, it's interesting. You know, you can't legislate morality, that's for certain. But I'm in all of this. I'm still trying to understand why they were inside the house. It makes no sense to me. If the original call,
like, I'm gonna let him
was
talk.
for a burglar or a suspected prowler, once they've ascertained that that's not the case, why do they need to go inside? They already know that she possibly has mental health issues.
All right, I'm gonna leave it at that because, like I said, I don't want to jack too much of their stuff because then it's gonna get to the point where they're like, you know, you basing your content off of other people's content, and I'm not, you know, like I said, this is my show. This ain't the Young Turk show. As much as I love them, we gotta go back to where it's I believe it's you could show people stuff for a certain amount of time, but if I let that rock too long and too much of my segment has that in it, they'll demonetize me. You know, with this, I don't even really care. Like, if let's say I like it was to the point where it said copyright on the video, something like, I don't even care. Like, this is bigger than a couple. You know, I do like if it hit 1 million views, of course I would want that, but I don't want that more than justice for Sonya Massey. You know, to hell with bread right now. We're talking about how this man is out there executing people. You know what I'm saying? You know, literally, like, yo, like, how would you feel if that cop had his gun drawn on you and you knew he was like that? That's the type of guy you can't make no sort of mistake with. They got a famous video where it's a body cam and they show the man. It's another execution. He just the guy's frozen. He's scared to death because they got the guns on him. And then he keeps telling them, don't move, don't do this. But he's screaming at him. And the guy is just so nervous. And he flinches or does something and they end his career. You know? Like I don't want these guys. If let's say, you know, I don't drive right now, but if I bought a car and I got pulled over, it's on and popping with some of these guys they hire. It ain't gonna be about what I do. It's gonna be about what he does. You hiring lunatics. How do you hire so many mistakes? Like, then you talk like you guys get paid from our taxes. You know, how you doing, Hemi? You know, regardless of your opinion, you know, you could feel comfortable. I'm mad at the cop. I'm not mad at people and their opinions. So even if you don't agree with me, launch. There will be no disrespect. You know, if people are trolling, they won't be responded to. They'll be blocked and kicked out. So but you know, if like, let's say a person didn't agree with me, as long as they're respectful, you go ahead and do what you do. You know? But you know, if he doesn't agree with me, that's what it is. I'm not mad at him. He's not the guy that did what the cop did. My anger isn't towards him. And even if he's saying, yo, you got it, you know, you got it wrong. Well, this is my thing. When a man says to a 55-year-old woman, just because she touched the pot, I'll put one in your head. That kind of distasteful speech, it's already, you know, it's representing something. You know what I'm saying? It's saying something about the situation. You're over here saying like before she even really did anything, she touched the pot. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. and then you ready to let go just off of that? There's dudes in oh man, come on, bro. It's just wrong, period. That's just, in my opinion, and I'll say opinion because I know there's people out there. We see it right there in the Young Turks clip where the guy tried to justify that it was a justifiable force. So there's people out there that ain't gonna agree with me, as even though I say it's clear as day that what he did was not right, there's gonna be people out there that are gonna say otherwise. And I don't got time to hate that many people. And like I said, you gotta respect other people. As far as, let me tell you something, if people are tired of crime to the point where they see something like that and they somehow rationalize that the cop was right, I gotta entitle them to their freedoms. I can't talk about the Constitution and then not let a person be free. When you're in my room, you're free. We uphold the Constitution in Spankdog's man cave, in Puffinstein's man cave, and ladies hang out here. This is a man cave and a lady cave. You know what I'm saying? I really did this revolving around things guys do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but women play basketball, women do gaming. So this is, this is what do they call it? Co-ed. It's a co-ed man cave. But yeah, man, like when I used to go to get the collectibles, my lady would come with me and she'd be in there looking around, and she looked like she was in heaven just as much as me. But back to Sonya Massey. Guys, it's just wrong, man. Things got to change, man. Even both sides, whether you on the side where you have enough money to not be in a neighborhood that's low income, or you're on the side of the people that have decent bank accounts or better and don't have to go through that, and they're more on some straight and narrow, that matters not to me. As long as you got a good heart, I don't care what side of the fence you on. You're supposed to not be vicious. Let me tell you something, man. There's a side of me y'all don't see. I was out there, and I was out there really, like, transforming into beast mode. So like I know a thing or two about dancing. So like I don't want to be like that no more at 48 years old. I come from a neighborhood where you just always on some, I'm ready to smack this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, but I'm trying to abandon that mindset, you know what I'm saying, of everything is, like, you want to be able to hear people out even though you don't agree with them. You can't always be like, yo, get out of here, I'm gonna slap you. You know what I'm saying? So just to let you know, don't think that I don't. I've had guns on me before, and there wasn't no begging. One time I told the dude put it away and we could scrap. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "You heard me. Put that thing away and we could get it shaking right now." I don't want to get into that. I don't want to start telling the war stories or whatever, but just know I'm seasoned. This is not no green person talking about stuff he don't know about. I was assaulted by a cop when I was 14 years old for being drunk, and I mean viciously assaulted. You know what I'm saying? So, just know that this is not a person that don't know what he's talking about. I can't keep going on forever, man. I got an autistic child. My wife is gonna beat me up if I don't get over there and help with the kid. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Yo, Chola, what's up, Chola? I gotta shout you out real quick. My apologies for not noticing you. She said, "Facts, Spank." It's my homegirl right there. Chola in the house. Barbara, Matt Ritchie, anybody that stopped in, Hemi, you know what I'm saying? You already know. Yo, Chola, how's everything going? We're gonna hang out in another minute or two. Give Chola her flowers. You know what I'm saying? But Chola, I know you had to see what happened. Any comments about what you think about the situation? All right, cool, no problem then. Chola, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. You already know. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll give him a hug for you, Barbara. Yo, Chola, peace, Barbara. I'm gonna give my son a hug for you, Matt Ritchie. Thanks for showing up. Hit me. I believe you. You. I don't know for sure, but I think he was seeing it from a different perspective than us. But that's respect. This room, when you come in here, I don't want nobody to feel like there's judgment and you can't be free. Oh, she said, yes, that's sad and very wrong. So Chola did chime in real quick. So, you know, not to be about numbers, but we got about 4 people in here that, well, Matt Ritchie said he don't know the facts about what happened. I guess, you know, he gotta hear what happened, but you know, any sensible person knows what happened. I ain't even gonna talk no more. Much love to everybody, man. I'm out of here. You know, rest in peace, Sonya Massey. I hope they convict that cop.